Before we get to the video, we wanted to let you guys know about our Patreon linked in the description or at the end of this video. You can get early access to every reaction series we do over there. We've also got reactions to a ton of anime series you might not even know we're doing, such as the ones you're seeing on screen right now. There's basically a whole library of anime reactions available over there, so if you want to see those, you got to go check that out. And you'll also get access to our private Discord server if you want to come chat. Last thing, here's all our current patrons on the right, and on the left you can see our top 10 patrons of all time. You guys are awesome. You're keeping the channel running, so thank you so much. And everybody, enjoy the video. Well, what's up, netizens? You're watching DarkStar. My name's Anthony. I'm joined by fellow reactioneers Joey, Chris. What's up, guys?
What's up, dude?
So basically, Natsu, Ace.
I'm so pumped, dude. Both of these characters are so high up on my
Oh, wait. The only reaction channel with an Ace up their sleeve. I forgot about the intro. Whatever. Anyway, today we're gonna be watching. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Okay, Natsu, Ace. Natsu, main character in Fairy Tail. Ace, side character in One Piece. They both do fire. That's why they're together. Something.
Dude, look, it's not Bay from Fairy Tail, so I don't care.
Something. Play the video. All right.
And I think Ace would beat Natsu. I don't know.
I've seen Ace. I've never seen Natsu before. I'm not gonna look him up on Google, so I'm going with Ace before I see the analysis. Then I'll change if I want to.
That chick that I said I like is from Fairy Tail, right?
Hmm?
Yep. Okay. I guess I'll go with fucking douchebag here.
Natsu?
Sure.
That's the Fairy Tail guy.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, so basically Natsu eats flames, and he's a dragon slayer, and Ace is a Logia fruit user, which basically means that he's literally made of fire.
So Natsu eats them, and Ace serves
we
them
just
up,
making
dude.
shit up now.
Theoretically, he could eat Natsu, Natsu could eat Ace, but I don't think it would work like that. So I don't know what they're gonna go with, but I'm sure that's how Natsu's gonna win if he wins somehow, because Logia users basically can't. You know what? I'm just gonna start explaining this while we're starting to watch the video. But basically, Logia users are intangible. They're literally made of whatever element they are, so they can't be hit unless they get hit by hockey, which is a totally different thing than One Piece. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. I don't know how they're going to do it with battle. Because he's intangible.
The Greeks believed everything to be made of 4 elements. Earth,
I don't know how Natsu's going
water,
to deal with it.
And the most difficult to control, fire.
But these two combatants have mastered the art of playing with fire. Natsu DRAGNEEL, the Dragon Slayer Mage of the Fairy Tail Guild.
And PORTGAS,
I changed my pick.
the
Going
feared
Natsu.
pirate known as Fire Fist.
Dude looks cooler.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In his infancy, Natsu DRAGNEEL was a pretty normal child living in a pretty normal village.
And then a bunch of dragons toasted the town and killed everybody, including him. The end.
Almost. Fortunately, Natsu's older brother
That's
Zeref
funny.
survived. Horrified by the violent fate of his family,
This is
Zeref
newer than I thought it was,
found a
because
way
that's
to
news
revive
to me.
Natsu. Eventually, he discovered the connections between
I'm
life,
getting
death,
spoiled
and
like
magic,
crazy right
and
now.
became obsessed.
That
And so
sucks.
he became the most evil and powerful
You got
mage
him,
ever,
dude.
cursed to live forever and ruin
This came
everyone's
out
lives.
last year,
But
2017.
everything worked out, I guess, because he brought Natsu back. Just one catch. Natsu had to be revived as a
God
demon.
damn.
This gave him the potential to become even more powerful than Zeref.
Unfortunately, Zeref had become incredibly dangerous to be around. Fearing for his brother's safety, he left Natsu in the care of his friend Igneal, who just so happened to be the Fire Dragon King.
Natsu got adopted by a freaking dragon. Kinda weird since the dragon killed him in the first place and his family, but whatever. Dragon Dad ended up teaching little Natsu Dragon Slayer magic, a school of mystical martial arts developed specifically to kill dragons. Wait, man, it's really back and forth with these dragons, isn't it?
Regardless, Igneal eagerly accepted his role as adoptive father. He taught Natsu how to read, write, and fight. But then when Natsu came of age, Igneal suddenly sent him through a time machine and poof! Before he knew it, Natsu was trapped 400 years in the future and abandoned by the only father figure he ever really knew.
I know that feel, little buddy. I know that feel.
Me too.
Of course, it was all part of Igneel's plan to save the world, but at the time, Natsu didn't know that. Fortunately, it wasn't long before he found a new home and family among the mercenaries of the Fairy Tale Guild.
Yeah, turns out being a demon trained by a goddamn dragon made Natsu pretty effective as a bounty hunter.
Natsu possesses superhuman speed, impressive strength, and unbelievable durability. He has superior senses, such as sight and smell, along with a mastery of hand-to-hand combat skills.
Mix all that up with his fire dragon slayer magic, and you got one fiery cocktail that'll knock just about anybody on their ass.
As the name suggests, Fire Dragon Slayer magic revolves around conjuring and manipulating fire. A prime example would be Natsu's signature move, the Fire Dragon's Roar.
Where he literally shoots fire from his mouth.
Or he can engulf his hand in flames for the devastating Fire Dragon's Iron Fist.
You know, we're gonna
Yeah.
be saying fire a lot this episode.
Yep. Natsu has well over 24
Music in Fairy Tail's
to
pretty good,
incorporate fire
honestly.
into his
I
martial
like the
arts,
Irish
but
twist
his
to
real
it.
strength comes from a move nobody
Pretty good.
ever really expects.
Yeah. He eats fire.
Like all mages in the fairy tale world, Natsu has a limited pool of magic, but consuming fire actually replenishes it. Not only that, he
This
can
is why I
consume
think
a
Ice
few
would win.
different
Or
types
Ace
of
would win.
elemental
Nice.
magic as well, including lightning.
Talk about a shocking appetite. And because this is anime, eating lightning gives Natsu access to an all-new form, Lightning Fire Dragon. With this, Natsu's abilities are enhanced with electricity, giving him a brand new element of power.
To increase his fire abilities, Natsu can enter Dragon Force. This greatly increases his Dragon Slayer magic and physical prowess, bringing Natsu closer to the strength of a full-grown dragon.
He's even starting to look like a dragon now. You think that's like an awful traumatic reminder when he looks at himself?
But when his Dragon Slayer abilities aren't enough, Natsu enters his strongest mode yet, Fire Dragon King mode. In this form, Natsu has access to techniques only the most powerful of dragons could wield, such as the Demolition Fist and the Fire Dragon King's Roar.
At his strongest, he can wipe out exactly 973 soldiers all at once and create massive explosions so big they could wipe out a whole town.
Natsu's raw power is extraordinary, both magically and physically. He's strong enough to lift an enormous stone slab several times larger than himself. Comparing this stone to Natsu's height and compensating for the density of the stone, it's likely this block weighs about 135 tons.
Talk about never skipping arm day. He's also fast.
A little misleading.
He's fought in multiple battles where he's moved faster than the eye can see, putting him well over 9,000 miles per hour.
And when fighting opponents even faster than him, Natsu has used his keen observational skills and indomitable willpower to predict their moves and defeat them. He's pretty clever in battle, which is surprising given how headstrong and stubborn he can be.
Like any real fighter, Natsu prioritizes offense over defense, running in guns or, I guess, arms blazing.
Except this impulsive approach to fighting often leaves massive amounts of collateral damage.
Fuck, that shit must have a lot of fighting in it.
Remember how
Jesus
we mentioned
Christ.
his firepower could wipe out a whole
And
town?
shit blowing up.
Well,
Basically the whole show.
sometimes that's not completely intentional. In fact, this hasty attitude may be his greatest weakness.
Nah, his greatest weakness is how easily he gets motion sick. Put him on a
Facts.
moving car or boat
That's
and he'll
facts.
be hurling in a matter of seconds. That flying cat following him around should start carrying vomit bags.
Yeah, that's one of the stranger downsides of Dragon Slayer magic. Natsu's dragon-like senses can overload his semicircular canals, creating a feeling similar to vertigo. But more importantly, Natsu has a bad habit
Tony
of
can
burning
relate to
through
that
his
guy.
available
Makes
magic
sense.
rather
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, but who cares?
My dude.
He can just chow down on some tasty flames or lightning to replenish his magic.
Just one problem. Consuming any fire or lightning that Natsu has created himself will not replenish his reserves.
Huh.
Luckily,
Oh, well,
he's fighting
Natsu's
against a
still
guy that's made of
badass.
fire.
He really is the Fairy Tale Guild's trump card for whenever things go south. And he continues to fulfill his old dragon dad's wish of making the world a safer place by setting it on fire.
I think it's time we stop playing around. Let's get down to the real fight. I'm gonna shatter you into a million pieces.
Wealth, fame, power. Gold D. Roger, the king of the pirates, obtained this and everything else the world had to offer.
And then he was brutally executed, leaving everyone to run off searching for the king's long-lost treasure, the One Piece.
However, unknown to most, Roger left behind an heir, albeit unborn. Terrified the Marines would execute Roger's son as well, the child's mother held her pregnancy for a total of 20 months. 20 months!
Holy mother of hell! How does that even happen?
Sheer inconceivable willpower. Though she died in childbirth, her last act was to give her newborn son his name, PORTGAS D. Ace.
Soon after, Ace was adopted by
Is this the main character in One Piece?
It is
Monkey
not.
D. Garp, and raised alongside
What the hell?
Monkey D.
That's the main
Luffy,
character.
Oh, that's the
childhood
Luffy,
friend
yeah.
Sabo.
Over time, Ace, Luffy, and Sabo grew very close, considering themselves brothers and together forging a lifelong pact.
You getting a
They would
spoiler in this?
forever
I
live
almost
life
guarantee
as
it.
free as possible.
And for Ace, that meant following in his father's footsteps. It was the pirate's life for him.
Ace was a natural on the sea, thanks to his incredible strength and combat aptitude. He quickly learned his way around the ocean, becoming the captain of his own ship in just a year's time, and eventually joining the ranks of the deadliest pirates around. He even claimed one of the world's most sought-after treasures, a devil fruit.
In the One Piece world, if you eat yourself a devil fruit, you get yourself a superpower. In Ace's case, he ate the Flame fruit, which, guess what? Granted him the power to create and control fire. But with new power comes a buttload of badass new ways to kill people. Get this guy's gun hands are actually handguns.
I mean, I guess that's accurate. That would be Ace's fire gun ability, and it's just one of many attacks that Flame Fruit's power provides.
And I love my guns and all, but now I think I really need me some gun hands to go along with it.
Boomstick, sometimes I really wonder about where you came from.
The front door, like
Hey,
every
try
day.
again.
Come on, Wiz, pay attention.
Anyway, these fire abilities are what earned him the nickname Fire Fist Ace.
Because he can turn his punches into blazing balls of red-hot fire. Forget gun hands. Give me some of that.
Manipulating fire comes easy to Ace. He can conjure up
We're getting like some
enormous
reverse
billows of flame
psychology or
so
reverse
immediately they can
psychology.
incinerate enemy projectiles.
Yeah, this guy can eat
Acting
fire.
as
He's
a
gonna fight a
sort
guy
of
with
fire
fire. Obviously, the guy that can eat fire is
really
gonna
weird
win.
names for his attacks, like
But wait.
Firefly, Fiery Doll, and Saint Elmo's Fire. Man, when did Elmo become a saint?
No. Actually, that's referencing weather phenomena where plasma appears to discharge atop a pointed object. Ace's version is not like that at all. Instead, he conjures up 2 javelins made of pure fire and hurtles them through enemies, burning them inside and out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with his version.
Firefly
doesn't seem
and
very
Fiery Doll
strong.
is a combination attack, where he creates several small balls of green plasma which surround a foe before detonating in a massive series of explosions.
Because right now he's just fighting like
Does
regular
have
humans,
one
right?
attack with a really cool name.
I mean, they've all got
Oh, what's
superpowers. Most of them.
Crossfire, you get
Oh.
caught up in the crossfire, crossfire.
Of course. However, Ace's most powerful
That guy they
attack
keep
is
showing, that
undoubtedly
weird-looking
his
fucking
great
guy?
command,
Pirate.
That's Blackbeard.
Emperor.
Which is a pretty big name for what is essentially
His-
a fiery spirit bomb.
His
But
fucking
good
devil fruit
God,
is
if you
darkness.
see that
It's
thing
basically a
coming your
black
way,
hole.
Don't even bother trying to run. You dead.
There's even more. See, the devil fruit Ace discovered
What's how he's
was
gonna
the
win?
rare breed, a Logia.
Ace is gonna use the spirit
Because
bomb
of this, Ace
fireball.
also gained the ability to
Other guys can
transform his
absorb it,
entire
fuck him up.
body into fire.
When he's in flame on mode, physical attacks pass right through him like he isn't even there. And if his fire body is somehow messed up, like someone dropping a giant candle snuffer on him, his true human body would be totally unaffected.
Actually, since
Wait, what?
receiving this power, Ace has only been badly hurt by other Logia users wielding an element with an inherent advantage over fire, such as magma or water.
Man, it's like he's invincible.
In a way, but it's not an automatic defense. Ace must make the conscious decision to transform his body.
But thanks to his blindingly quick reflexes, he's able to avoid almost any attack. He can even react quick enough to avoid a shot from a sniper.
In this instance, he was reacting to the gunman in view. Assuming this gunman was professionally
No.
trained,
I'm
Ace would have needed to
almost
react in about a
positive
quarter of a second.
But who needs speed?
That
when
he
your
does not have to
fire fist can
activate his
blow
power.
apart 5
He's
ships
just made of
all at
fire all
once?
the time.
Considering ships like these would likely be constructed of teak wood, to accomplish this, Ace would need to hit each ship with at least 15,000 pounds of force per square inch.
So getting hit by Ace would be like getting hit with a wrecking ball. And when he throws more fire into the mix, he can wipe out an entire town.
Ace's last extraordinary quality actually has little to do with fire at all. If there's anything he inherited from his mother, it's his insane willpower and endurance.
He once fought a karate fishman for 5 straight days. Man, with that endurance, he's gonna make some lucky lad or lady real happy someday. Or, I guess he would have if he didn't. Oh, hey, heads up. Huge spoiler warning in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, he's dead. Like,
Yep.
totally dead.
Like many Logia users, Ace grew cocky in his ability to avoid being
Wow.
hit. In fact, he practically forgot what pain even felt like. And
Game
so,
over.
despite all
Death
of
battle
Ace's
over.
fantastic
He's already
feats,
dead.
his most impressive was when, for once, he chose to take a hit, sacrificing himself to save his brother Luffy.
Damn. Would you do that for me, Wiz?
Damn, that would have been a fucking emotional moment if I was attached.
You're a goddamn liar.
It was. Honestly, I think the after was more emotional.
take care of this
Luffy
on my
fucking goes
own.
nuts, basically. He's basically, I don't even know how to describe. He's like Goku, basically, most of the time. Like, just completely, like,
Alright, the combatants are
Little
set.
kid?
like a
Let's end
like a
this
goof.
debate once and for all.
What?
But first,
You talking about
all
the
this
little kid?
talk of chowing
I'm
down
talking about
on
Luffy.
some
I'm just saying he's
scrumptious
like a
lanes
goof
is
most of the
making me
time.
hungry.
He
As
looks like a
opposed to
little kid.
like,
Now, I'm a
so he's not very serious usually, and after Ace dies, he basically fucking goes absolutely nuts.
I mean, I don't really know who's gonna win this. It's a really weird concept because the one guy's died before though, so I'm going with fucking Natsu.
One guy's died before.
I mean, Ace has actually died before, Natsu hasn't. That's interesting about the thing. If you're right and they're wrong, I feel like their research would be correct, but maybe they fucked up.
No,
before.
they're
Yeah.
okay. So first of all, they messed up two things. So first of all, Natsu gets physical power from magic. So when he
Yeah.
lifted that thing up, he didn't just lift it up like with his base strength. His Dragon Slayer magic helped him lift that up. So if he doesn't have because this has happened before where they like lose their magic or they don't have like magic abilities or whatever, he's basically fodder. Like he's fucking, he can't
If he
do
doesn't
anything.
have his magic ability,
Yeah.
you're saying?
Like they went to Atlas and like he was basically worthless until he started getting weapons and stuff. Like he can like, yeah, they're basically completely worthless without magic. They're just regular people essentially when they run out of magic. And then the other thing they got wrong is if they actually have to activate it, then almost all of them go around with it activated all the time because plenty of people have gotten hit by sneak attacks and never had any sort of problem with their intangibility or whatever, like in any scenario ever that I've seen. The only ways to hit them is with hockey, and like they said, elements theoretically, like an element with an advantage. Like for example, Luffy goes against a guy made of electricity. Luffy's made of rubber. So because his element is fucking completely intangible, or it has like an advantage over the electric guy, he was able to hit him. So in that scenario, and then he hits somebody that's made out of sand with like a water attack. So like that does actually happen, but it wouldn't be fire versus fire. The guy even specifically says, I can't remember. I think is it Kanu? I can't remember exactly what his name is or whatever. But he specifically says that magma has an advantage over fire. Fire doesn't have an advantage over fire.
That's
So
what it
there's
said,
a
magma.
difference. So obviously Luffy is not made of magma, so I don't think that should come into play. The only thing that comes into play is if Ace can't kill Luffy, then I guess it would be a stalemate. Because, or I said Luffy, I meant Natsu. If Ace can't kill Natsu, I guess it would be a stalemate because Natsu can just keep eating his flames and keep getting his energy back. So I don't know how it ends theoretically, but I don't see how Natsu could actually hurt Ace personally.
Well, they're evenly matched, and no one was stronger than the other one, but one of them's died before. So there you go.
I'm gonna go. I don't know. I hope it
I'm
makes
going
sense.
Natsu.
If Natsu wins and it makes sense, then I'll be okay. I want Natsu to win, I guess, from a biased perspective, but I feel like Ace should win. So I guess I'm gonna go with Ace because I feel like he should win. Chris,
I'm not changing.
Going
who'd
Natsu.
you say Natsu? Beginning?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and check it out.
Hey, you, thief, come back here.
Chicken landed. Chicken leg, whatever.
Give that back, or you'll have to deal with me.
Nah.
That's it! I'm gonna mess you up!
Fire!
Fire Dragon Sword Horde! Wait, are you seriously made of fire?
Sunflare!
Time to turn up the heat! Fire Dragon King Roar!
I don't know how they're gonna go with this. Kind of thing to imply that they actually hurt him. So.
Fire
Got the big fire blast.
Demolition Fist!
Fire Fist! Not bad, hotshot. But you can't even touch me. Fire Blast!
Well, he's eating these.
Fiery doll.
Yeah, he's eating.
Wait, are you seriously eating fire? Try eating this!
Oh, yeah, there it is, dude. That's the power you needed. I don't even get that.
Like I said, you can't touch me.
I'm not trying to.
Gonna eat him here.
Lightning Dragon Fire Mode! Lightning Fire Dragon Roar! Phew. All's well that ends well.
W.
Ew.
I'll take it.
That's a burn if I ever saw one.
This battle was anything but clear-cut. Natsu held the advantage in speed and strength, and Ace trumped him in endurance and defense. Still, neither held an advantage so much that the other couldn't keep up.
Both were mostly immune to each other's fire attacks. Because fire is Ace's only real weapon, this means he really didn't have anything that could kill Natsu. Natsu was definitely strong enough to put Ace down, but with Ace's intangible fire form, Natsu couldn't even touch him. So, sounds like a stalemate.
Very nearly. Luckily for Natsu, he had an ace in the hole.
Hey, there's one.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
Natsu
sure.
has had far more combat training than Ace, and is known for using his superior senses to study his opponents and take advantage of their vulnerabilities.
My curses can change anyone stupid enough to touch me into a living bomb. No matter what I try, this human just consumes my curses. He might even be stronger than he was when this fight started.
When Ace realized Natsu could eat fire, he had to become more liberal with his true physical form to avoid being consumed. And this was what Natsu was counting on.
Being faster than the eye can track, Natsu was more than quick enough to get a good hit in up close.
A perfect opportunity to use a fast, deadly elemental weapon Ace's body wasn't immune to. Lightning.
It's not like Natsu was gonna run out of magic or anything. I mean, there's freaking fire everywhere.
As his speed, strength, martial arts, and versatility surpassed Ace, all Natsu needed was one good shot, and he made it happen.
In the end, Natsu was too hot for Ace to handle.
The winner is Natsu DRAGNEEL.
I called that scene for scene,
I'm
dude.
Ben Blue Is, and stick around, we're about to announce who fights next time.
I mean,
If you want to watch exclusive commentary on
like I
this
said,
episode,
I like Natsu more, so it's generally fine, but I completely disagree with their analysis. I don't think that... I don't see any reason to believe that electricity would have any effect on on Ace. He's literally just made of fire. I mean, if you electrocuted fire, what I don't know what it would do. Just be fire still. I don't know. I don't understand why that would change anything. I think they were saying that as well, that he was choosing not to be as much in his intangible fire form because Natsu could eat him. I think that was the suggestion. I don't know about that one. Maybe that one I can maybe get on board with. I'm not really sure what would happen if Natsu tried to eat Ace while he was just in fire.
How old is Fairy Tail?
Looks
That's
fairly
recent.
new.
It's
It's
relatively
not. There's no way.
comparatively. To be clear, comparatively, it is recent. 2011, it looks like, is the 2006 is the manga.
So they have
2011 is the
7,
anime.
or they have 9 seasons.
I'm not gonna lie, that Natsu guy looked dope.
292 episodes.
Never gonna watch it. That's absurd.
I
Yeah.
mean, I wanted to get into it, but now that I'm looking at that, I'm like, Probably not gonna happen now.
I thought you knew that. Yeah, it's one of the other long.
No, I
ones.
did not. I thought it was around the same like level of 7 Deadly Sins, but no, barely not.
I mean, theoretically, they're all gonna eventually get to that length, basically.
Yeah,
but
I understand.
but
I
yeah,
mean,
it's
that's the
already
thing, though.
there.
It's like jumping on the anime train before it gets there, and then just keeping up with it, like fucking My Hero Academia or fucking Sword Art Online.
I feel you. I mean, I enjoy watching the long ones because I can basically binge on them without having to worry about like, waiting for the next season like I do with My Hero and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But I can definitely see the other side of it. Obviously, I think as well. I think they underestimated what Ace can actually do. They even brought up he was a big time pirate. Like he was already a big time pirate, and then he got his Logia fruit. So like he wasn't going around like a fucking scrub. Like he was fighting against, presumably he was fighting against superpowered people without his superpowers. Then he got his superpowers on top of that or whatever. And I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't know how to really go into it too more as well. He got killed by a user who specifically had a Logia and can probably use hockey as well. That Analogia that was built better than him, and he's also probably one of the top 5 strongest characters. The guy that he got killed by is like the big bad of the Marines. Like he is the top guy in the Marines as well.
They don't use logic, dude.
So I don't know. Like I said, I love Natsu. I think he's a really good character. Probably my favorite character on Fairy Tail by itself. Like I said, the Vertigo, like you brought up the Vertigo thing, I thought was kind of cool watching it the first time. Like motion sickness, like that's pretty awesome. Just because I have vertigo, and all sorts of different stuff. The scene with him and Igneal and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know some of that backstory stuff. Like I said, I just got spoiled a little bit, but the stuff with him getting raised by a dragon and all that kind of stuff is really cool. But I personally think the One Piece universe, as of right now, where I've seen both of them up to, is a pretty decent chunk of a tier above pretty much anything that the Fairy Tail universe has to offer. And it is what it is. I'm not that salty about it. Pretty good battle too. So, all right. Next week we'll watch another one. Tell us bright. Get you on the dark side. What's up, YouTube? Did you like that video? Then don't forget to like and subscribe. You can support us on Patreon if you want to get early access to all our series. Check out the links in the description below. Follow us on Twitter and Twitch. We post polls and play games. And as always, thanks for watching.